Gentlemen, welcome to my channel. This part of the video is a continuation of part 5 where we have gone through forklift attachments such as side shifters, fork positioners and fork rotators. We are going through attachments which are more commonly used in industries. If you wanted to replace your simple forklift with a specialized one, it may not be cost effective. So, it is logical to invest on attachments which ensure that the job is done easier, faster, and safer. As we said before, most forklift attachments are operated hydraulically. To operate an attachment, hydraulic oil is required, which is supplied by the forklift's hydraulic system. Each attachment is supposed to perform certain number of hydraulic functions. Normally, there are 2 hydraulic functions performed by an attachment. However, there are instances where more than 2 hydraulic functions are required. In such cases, there will be a solenoid valve as part of the attachment. The function of this valve is to split one of the hydraulic circuits. There will be a set of accessories, normally we call as a kit for actuating the solenoid valve. We must know that those kits are different for different forklifts, say in case of 2-stage mast or in case of a 3-stage mast forklift. As we fix an attachment, we must know some parameters such as a forklift capacity, the hydraulic oil pressure, flow rate, forklift voltage, and so on. Now, we are going to look at multi-pallet handlers. Multi-pallet handlers are used to handle several pallets simultaneously. There are more than 2 forks which are either moved together or spread apart, as application demands. This is most suitable for handling uniform goods, which are palletized, as we can see in intra-company logistics. The multi-pallet handlers can be double, triple, 4-pallet, 6-pallet, or even 8-pallet handlers. There are pallet handler on a pantograph to be used in situations where loading on one-sided vehicles are required. Best example, they are wagons, wagons or lorries. They are the best examples for this. There are multi-pallet handlers fitted with load stabilizers, in order to prevent slipping. To prevent the slipping of the load, while driving the forklift on, uneven surfaces. Those kind of stabilizers can be seen mostly in beverage industries. As I said before, pressure and flow rate are very important parameters in an attachment. Each clamp attachment is normally fitted with a manometer and a valve for its safe functioning. Suppose a clamp performs, say, 2 hydraulic functions such as clamp opening and clamp closing. Pressure needs to be controlled in order to prevent damage to the amps. In those instances, the clamp valve behaves like a relief valve or say pressure reducer to a preset limit. Now let us see concrete block making clamps. If you happen to be in in various concrete block making industries, you can find various configurations of clamps, such as say clamps for standard blocks, which is 40 by 20 by 20 bricks, pavers, or interlocks. There are block clamps that are designed to carry loads from sidewise, where we don't require the forks to mount the clamp. Another kind of attachments are grabs, which are designed to grab the load from the top, and we can see such clamps fitted on forks. Also, there are block and brick clamps which are bolted to the forks. These clamps can swivel and it can handle smaller blocks. When the bolting is removed, it would be ready to handle pallets. So it's multi-purpose arrangement. Also, among concrete block clamps, there are certain types available for interlock paving blocks, and some other types suitable for building blocks or what we call concrete stones. Now, let us see bale clamps. Bale clamps completely eliminate pallets. They are required to handle bales of, say, paper, waste paper, recycled goods, cotton waste, or textiles. For example, waste paper is compressed into bales and transported to factories producing pulp. This kind of bale handling is harder than any other bale handling operations. So the moving parts and hydraulic components must be well protected against dropping of the load. Another kind of clamp is roll clamp. Roll clamps are fitted with rotators, and they are generally called rotating roll clamps. So roll clamps are used to move round shaped objects. It could be drum, paper roll, soft tissue roll, cargo grade paper, the paper roll, and similar kind. The purpose of this kind of clamp is to prevent damage to the material being transported. The damage could be, some denting or crashing and so on. This kind of clamp have normally two arms. One is short arm and other one is longer arm. The short arms are either fixed or adjustable to certain degrees. These clamps are designed to rotate either 180 degrees or 360 degrees, and they are fitted either with side shift or without side shift. If we need to add side shift, then the roll clamp needs solenoid valve and suitable assembly kit as well. So how can we decide on a suitable roll clamp? Of course, we need to know the roll dimensions, weight, number of stackings required, forklift capacity, its lift height, carriage class, and such information. A survey on particular application is preferred, in order to choose the right kind of clamp. Also, we need to calculate the residual capacity. So we need to run a residual capacity calculation considering necessary factors. Now, Let us see pole attachments. The pole attachments are primarily carpet pole and coil ram attachments. These attachments find application in carpet and steel industries. These poles are fitted either to the forks or to the forklift carriage. In this case, we must know the pole diameter, its length, and carriage class of the forklift. Normally, this class 2 or class 3. Once these poles are mounted on the forks, they are below the fork level, and so it's minimizing chances of roll damage. So let us see the next kind of attachment, which you can find most commonly as booms. So we call as forklift booms. These booms are simple and cost effective. Whenever an application demands, whenever we wanted to lift and transport heavy loads, safely and efficiently. These booms have wider applications, such as in handling steel coils. Now, we go to drum grippers and drum carriers. If we need to transport drums, we need to avoid, spending man-hours in lifting, transporting, and, pouring materials. So it's easy to mount a drum gripper into the forklift by just inserting the forks into the pockets. So these drum grippers help to lift and transport the drums easily and safely. The drum grippers can be either single or double drum handler, and which we can choose according to the volume of work. Drum carriers are designed to lift, tilt, and pour material to another container. As a conclusion, we can easily convert our forklift into a multi-purpose tool, even as a mobile crane, to do more functions. Attachments come in different forms and sizes. They differ in function. If there is no proper knowledge prior to purchasing, a person could find himself in trouble because he may get an attachment that is not compatible for his operations. Should you wish to purchase an attachment, we can help you to find out the right one for your needs. This is Tajuddin Qasim, and God willing, I hope to join with you soon with the next part. Please let me have your feedback on this video, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.